The light at the end of the tunnel. Taurus, I saw the light at the end of the tunnel. That's what I literally saw when I felt the energy behind your cards. And it is similar to the energy of the Hermit. If you look at the Hermit has a light. And in the picture, there's a tunnel. It's mostly dark in the picture, and there's just kind of like an exit, right? Now, the Five of Swords tells me that the tunnel is not necessarily a pleasant experience. This is having to go through something, and it's almost like a squeeze, like you're being squeezed through the tunnel. Now, I don't think it's avoidable. It's not something you can go around. Five of Swords. You just have to go through it. You just have to endure it. And this might be a consequence of something you've already done, right? You did something that caused you to have to enter this tunnel. And now you have to go through the tunnel, and you have to get to the light at the end of the tunnel to leave the tunnel. Now, the last thing that I saw was piano keys, like keys on a piano. They were being played, like playing the piano. So maybe there's a dance to this process. You know, maybe this squeezing through the tunnel also kind of requires a bit of a juke and jive. You have to finagle something to get through the tunnel, to get out, you know, of this situation that you've put yourself in. On the bottom, we have the Queen of Pentacles, though, which is interesting. The Queen of Pentacles. The Queen of Pentacles is almost like not doing much about it. The Queen of Pentacles is you're in the tunnel and you're just looking at the exit and you're like, wow, I wish I could leave the tunnel, but you're just sitting there. Let's see what else is under here. We've got the Queen of Pentacles, the King of Swords, and the Three of Wands. Yeah, this is like, yep, this sucks, but I'm not moving. I'm gonna wait for, I don't know, I'm gonna wait for somebody to pull me out of the tunnel. I'm not gonna leave myself. Now, why are you guys like, you can see the light at the end of the tunnel. Why can't you walk the rest of the 100 feet to the end? Maybe you guys are so tired from having to go through this experience, you're just like, I can't make it, you know? It's kind of like that when you're dying, you're at the desert, you know, you've just gotten to that oasis, but you don't make it. You're too thirsty and you collapse right before the water. That's kind of the vibe that I'm getting is you're like, no, I can't. Somebody else has got to finish this. Somebody else has got to get me all the rest of the way through this. I'm going to wait for something to push me through to the end. Okay, let's pull Oracle cards and find out more. What is this tunnel? Metaphorical tunnel. What is this metaphorical tunnel? What kind of maneuvers are we going to have to play, right? The piano keys. What kind of maneuvers? What kind of dances? And why are we tired? Why are we tired? Why are we almost like... It's almost like we've given up. It's almost like we've given up right before the finish line. Wow. The cave. Look, the cave. Now, what does the cave look like to you? Oh, I don't know. A tunnel, right? When you're in a cave, it's like you're in there and you're looking out from the inside. Now look at the other cards around it. We've got Libra and Capricorn. Whoa. You've been in this tunnel for a long ass time. Maybe you've been in this circumstance that, or maybe your actions that have led to the circumstance are long withstanding. So those are the two ways I'm getting it. Is either this is like been coming for a long time, or you've been in this tunnel for a long time, because Capricorn is sort of the long endurance. And then Libra. Libra is fairness. Libra is justice. You have to go through this tunnel. It's not unfair. It's not unfair, and it's like cause and effect. It is like what goes around comes around. It is karma, right? With Justice card here, and I think you guys know it. Or I think this person knows it. If this is just somebody who you're dealing with, they know that they put themselves in this tunnel, and they know that they have to leave the tunnel, but at the same time, they've been in this situation for so long that they're like, I feel like they're just tired. They're burnt out. They're burnt out. Okay. On the bottom, we have the cup. The cup is what awaits you at the end of the tunnel. The cup is like, the sunlight. You know, I'm finally over this. It's gonna be worth it. The cup. See what's underneath the cup. The Princess and the Hourglass. Wow. So you guys are procrastinating. This is procrastination, but it's just because, like I said, you guys are burnt out. But if you can make it to the end, if you can make it to the finish line, if you can make it to the exit of the tunnel, you'll be good. All right, let's pull advice. I feel like I've already given advice. Let's see what else comes out for advice here. And we'll get more information, more nuggets here of information too. Tell me advice. for what's going on with Taurus. What your Tauruses be doing? Okay, that was fast. Ace of Pentacles reversed. Wow. Ace of Pentacles reversed. So interesting because Ace of Pentacles reversed has an archway, right? A doorway, another exit. In this case, because it's reversed, I think it's the exit. Because right side up, you're going into something. Upside down, it's like something being over, like leaving the gate. Putting something to rest. It's, I'm getting closure. Let's see what else. The sooner the better. The sooner the better, because something actually awaits you through that gate. If you can manage to crawl your way to the exit of this tunnel, there is a person, Two of Cups, or Two of Cups, just something that is very aligned to you, but it could be a person. And they're either going to come right at you, they're either waiting right at the exit. Like, eight of Wands is somebody's like right there. Like, if you can just make it to the exit, there's something really good waiting, and it involves a person, and it involves, like, once you get out of the cave, it's like shit happens. Shit speeds up. Your life speeds up, you know? Life becomes, like, more fast-paced. That's what happens when you exit the cave. All right. And the advice is to do that. The advice is to do that because life awaits. Life awaits, and all you need to do is close these loose ends. Like, just have this little bit of closure with this last situation that you know you have to go through. Let's see. All right, we have Three of Cups and the King of Pentacles. This is major reputation energy. Major reputation, how your peers see you. That's involved in this. And it's funny because when you leave the cave, you still got people on your side. You still actually have people on your side, and you still kind of look like you are a cool cat. You kind of look like a cool cat, even though the situation might have been kind of touch and go while you were in the tunnel. And like I said, you had to dance, you had to juke and jive, whatever this metaphorical situation, but you come out looking like a cool cat if you could just make it that last little bit. Last card. The Ace of Cups. I got the cup, and now the Ace of Cups. So you're just basically glad. Once you leave, it's like your life is better. You're happy. You have so much gratitude. You just have to put the period in the sentence. You know, you've got to cross that finish line. Let's see what we get from the Oracle, and then we're going to close out your reading. Anything else here for Taurus with regards to the light at the end of the tunnel? And this last little bit of closing out this cycle, this situation, to leave the tunnel. So we have the Wall. Again, this is advice. We're on advice. We have the Wall. We have Pisces. We have Cancer. And we have Leo. Oh, these are the people, like I said, you come out looking like a cool cat. These are the people who still have your back. It's like you still have friends. You come out of the tunnel and your friends are all waiting for you. You come out of the tunnel, you went through this big ordeal, and there's all these people who are like smiling. And, you know, they want to have fun with you. They want to enjoy life with you, but you have to leave the tunnel in order to meet them, to get to them. But they're all like waiting for you right at the exit. And they've always had your back, or they've always had this person's back. They just couldn't go through the tunnel with them. But they're still there. They have always been there, and they'll be there when they exit the tunnel. Whew. That was actually kind of complicated, those last few cards, but I'm pretty happy with that. That made a lot of sense. So that's going to be your reading, Tauruses. Thank you guys for being here. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe. Follow the channel if you're on TikTok, you know. And with that, I'll see you guys next time.